welcome. You're watching Last Tick on Money9, India's first multilingual platform for personal finance from TV9 News Network. I'm Sakshi, Batra, and on this show, we are going to recap for you the entire day's market action and help you understand what really moved the markets today and what is it that investors should look forward to in the days ahead as well. Let's quickly take a look at the closing levels of the benchmark indices and the broader markets as well. When you talk about the narrow markets, that's where the shining bright action really came in. 2.3% uptick for the Sensex today. That's an addition of 1,128 points. The markets did end up closing at the high point of the day, and the Sensex is back above the 50,000 mark as well. 50,136, that's the level at which the Sensex really shut shop. The Nifty 50 also inched up higher. Gains of almost 2.3%, 337 points added to its kitty today. 14,845 is the level at which the Nifty 50 also shut shop. Now, while the Sensex is back above the 50,000 mark, that's the milestone level, the Nifty 50 is still a tad bit away from the 15,000 mark as well. When you talk about the banks, that also, the sector also rose with 1.7% gains, although it did underperform the benchmark indices. 556 points are added to that kitty as well. However, the Nifty Bank is also below the 34,000 level even today at this level, 33,875, the closing level for the Nifty Bank Index. When you talk about the broader markets, however, the mid-cap and the small-cap indices, the underperformance really came in from the mid-cap sector today. That rose just under 1% in today's trading session. About 200 points got added, 20,166. That's the level at which the mid-cap shut shop. When you talk about the small-cap index, that really outperformed the broader market indices. Almost 2% of a jump seen over here. 20,543 is the level at which the small cap index closed. 264 points added to that index as well. Moving on to see how the sectors really performed. But before that, just look at the factors really that helped the markets rally today. Now, definitely remember that the markets have posted their biggest one-day single gain in the last 2 months. Both the Sensex and the Nifty have closed at 2-week highs as well. After the 3 days of gap up opening, the markets have regained their mojo back. It looks like the bulls are back in action. When you talk about the Sensex, it's above 50,100. The Nifty also above 14,800 in today's trading session. Now, strong buying was seen in specific sectors like IT, metals, pharma. All of that helped the markets inch up higher. Buying in consumer-focused stocks, the energy stocks, they also lifted the indices higher in today's trading session. Remember, the steel shares also surged on the back of the brokerage houses' positive stance, and you could actually see most of the steel names really rising and being the top gainers. We'll just have a look at that as well in the Nifty 50. Talking about the sectoral movers today, let's see the performers in today's trading session. Clearly coming in from the metal space, that rose about 2.8% in trade. IT, almost 3% uptick seen today. The pharma index, almost 2.7%. So it's the defensives, IT and pharma, that have hogged the limelight. Metals have definitely shown the kind of increase. It has been an outperformer right from the first tick until the last tick in today's trading session as well. When you talk about the financial services sector, that's also really contributed to the rise in the indices today. From the FMCG pack also, a whole lot of stocks in the heavyweights did contribute. 2.25% of an uptick was seen in that one as well. The private banks followed. However, the underperformance in the banking sphere actually came in from the PSU banking space that also performed, but not in tandem as well as the private banks or the financial services. That was up by about 0.7% in trade today. Slight upticks in media stocks and a tad bit uptick also was seen in the auto space as well at 0.96% of an uptick that was seen over there. What did not perform was the realty space that just slipped into the red with minor losses of 0.03% in today's trading session. Overall, the bullish momentum did continue right till the last tick. We'll just have to see that whether this continuous momentum will be seen tomorrow or will again some profit booking really take place in tomorrow's trading session. Let's look at the gainers here. So UPL has been maintaining its top spot right from the early trade today. Almost 8% of a jump seen over here. Smart move for that one. When you talk about the metal counters, especially the steel counters, JSW Steel, Tata Steel, you talk about these stocks have also been on the radar of a lot of brokerage houses and experts, and still you could see most of the momentum really riding high with 4.2%, 4.9% kind of an up move seen on these stocks. From the IT space, it was Wipro that outperformed, contributed to the Nifty gainer space, almost 4% higher for that one as well. Shree Cement, again 5% uptick for this heavyweight as well. Moving on to the laggard space, so well, there were only 4 laggards. We could not find the 5th laggard today. So most of the stocks in the Nifty 50 index, so almost 46 stocks were in the green. Hindalco did not perform from the metal index, so that's something that you need to watch out for, because this has been one of the performers in the previous week's trading session when we did see some action in the metal space. From the banking space, it was Axis Bank that underperformed with loss of about 0.2% in trade. M&M and Bharti Airtel, the other laggards also in today's trading session, that have been in the losing sphere from the early morning trade as well. So that's as far as the market action is concerned, but you also need to look at the new listing that happened today. Nazara Technology has made its stellar debut. It was a bumper listing, almost 81% of a premium to the issue price of 1101 rupees. It listed at 1990 rupees on the NSE. So sharp upside after the robust response that we had seen to the IPO, the subscription. It actually gave a whole lot of returns to the investors who were there, whether for listing gains or for investors of the long term. But you could see handsome returns right in the first take when the stock price really shot up, high at opened at 1990 rupees. But what did not perform? So in the second half, we could see a whole lot of profit booking taking place for all the investors who were only here to make money, especially with the cautionary words coming in from brokerage houses on the sharp high valuations or overvaluations, concerns of froth developing at this price bracket as well. So you did see that the opening momentum or the gains could not be held up, and the stock price actually slipped to 1592. In fact, it closed at the lower circuit in today's trading session as well. So all of those investors who were holding on till the last take, they have definitely lost some bit of momentum from 1100. Of course, there is an upside of about 592 1592 rupees. That was the closing level, but still the kind of price that was seen in the morning, we do hope for all the investors who were only there for the listing gates did manage to pull out. Otherwise, for all the investors who are still there, most of the recommendations coming in from the brokerage houses who we spoke to on Money9 did say that you can look at booking some kind of profits at these high levels as well. Well, for that, this was the wrap up for the markets today. We'll leave you at that, but a whole lot of action is awaited on the other side on the personal finance space as well. PF Counter, where we will talk about the top 3 to 5 stories from the personal finance space from Money9 desk that is being covered. All of that coming up right next on Money9.